When it comes to buying cryptocurrency, most beginners focus on one thing: the price of the coin. But what many people overlook are the extra costs that come with every transaction. These costs, known as transaction fees, can make a big difference to your overall investment, especially if you're trading frequently or moving your funds around often. Understanding these fees before you buy is essential if you want to maximize your returns and avoid unnecessary expenses. So, what exactly are crypto transaction fees? In simple terms, they are the costs you pay whenever you send cryptocurrency from one wallet to another or make a trade on an exchange. These fees are charged either by the blockchain network itself or by the platform you're using to buy, sell, or trade. On blockchain networks like Bitcoin, transaction fees are paid to miners. These miners use their computing power to validate transactions and record them permanently on the blockchain. In return for this work, they receive transaction fees from users. On the Ethereum network, these fees are called gas fees, and they're paid to validators who perform the same role of confirming and securing transactions. Transaction fees aren't fixed. They can change dramatically depending on a few factors, such as how busy the network is, the size of your transaction, and the type of cryptocurrency you're using. For example, when the Ethereum network is congested, gas fees can skyrocket to the point where sending a small amount of Ethereum costs more than the amount you're sending. There are two main categories of transaction fees you should be aware of. The first is the network fee. This is the fee that goes directly to the blockchain network to pay miners or validators. You can't completely avoid network fees, but you can choose when and how to transact in order to minimize them. The second category is exchange or service fees. These are the fees charged by crypto exchanges or wallet services for handling your transaction. Depending on the platform, these fees can be a flat rate or a percentage of the total transaction amount. When you buy crypto, you might end up paying both types of fees. Let's say you buy Ethereum on an exchange and then send it to your personal wallet. You'll pay the exchange fee for the purchase and the Ethereum network gas fee for transferring it. This double layer of costs is something many beginners don't account for. Different types of transactions can also result in different fees. Sending crypto from one wallet to another usually only involves a network fee, but trading between cryptocurrencies on an exchange can include extra trading fees. Some exchanges even add withdrawal fees when you move your coins off the platform. So why do transaction fees fluctuate? For network fees, it's all about supply and demand. Every blockchain has a limited capacity for processing transactions. When more people are trying to use the network at the same time, transactions compete for space in the next block, and those willing to pay higher fees get processed faster. This drives up the average fee during busy periods. On the other hand, when the network is quiet, fees drop. Exchange fees are a little different. They're determined by the business model of the platform you're using. Some exchanges have tiered fee structures where your fees go down if you trade larger amounts or more frequently. Others offer discounts if you use their native token to pay fees or choose specific payment methods. Now, let's talk about strategies for minimizing crypto transaction fees. The first and simplest strategy is to time your transactions. Fees for Bitcoin, for example, often drop on weekends. Ethereum gas fees tend to be lower during early mornings in US time zones. By checking fee trackers before making a transaction, you can avoid paying more than you need to. Second, shop around for better exchange rates and fee structures. Some platforms are significantly cheaper than others for the same type of transaction. For instance, certain exchanges might charge a fraction of what others do for withdrawing Bitcoin. Third, consider using cryptocurrencies with lower network fees. Coins like Litecoin, Stellar, or Tron often have much cheaper transaction costs compared to Ethereum or Bitcoin during high congestion. If your goal is simply to move value between wallets, using these lower-cost coins can save you money. Fourth, look into Layer 2 solutions and sidechains. These are networks built on top of main blockchains that can process transactions more efficiently and cheaply. The Lightning Network for Bitcoin and Polygon for Ethereum are popular examples. They let you take advantage of the security of the main blockchain while avoiding its high fees. Fifth, avoid making too many small transactions. Every transaction carries a cost, so combining smaller purchases or transfers into one larger transaction can help you save on fees. Understanding transaction fees isn't just about saving money. It's about protecting your investment. Over time, small unnecessary costs can add up and eat into your returns. This is especially important for active traders, where even small differences in fees can mean the difference between profit and loss. For long-term holders, knowing how to minimize fees means you can accumulate more crypto without wasting part of your budget on charges. The key takeaway is this: before you buy cryptocurrency, don't just check the coin's price. Check the fees as well. Smart investors don't just think about making money. They also think about how to keep more of it. By understanding how transaction fees work and applying these simple strategies, you can make your crypto investments more cost-efficient and avoid falling into the trap of paying more than you need to. If this explanation has helped you see crypto fees in a new light, make it a habit to check them before every purchase or transfer. This one small habit could save you a significant amount over time and make your crypto journey much smoother.